I'm at Lakewinds Foods today, learning how to incorporate healthy foods into everyday cooking. I'm here with Jill, a wellness expert at Lakewinds, and she is going to talk to us all about everyday foods that we can add to everything we make to boost nutrition, specifically in what our kids eat.
That's you.
So Chandler, we're going to learn all about this. Are you ready? All right. Okay. Let's get started, Jill. What do you have for us today?
Today I'm going to talk to you about greens. And a lot of kids are, I don't know if I want a salad, and greens are a little bit scary
Daunting.
to them.
I mean,
daunting.
yes.
They're green after all.
Yes.
A great way to introduce greens like kale or spinach is in a smoothie. Do you like smoothies, Chandler? Yeah? So if you add berries like raspberries and blueberries and a banana.
That's all delicious.
You like those?
You're down with that, right? Yes. Okay.
And then some Greek yogurt and some milk in the blender, and all of a sudden spinach or kale becomes a great breakfast drink, a great snack, and kids will drink this.
So what are the benefits of kale? I mean, what are the benefits of spinach and kale?
Number one is fiber.
Okay.
They're full of fiber, especially when you don't cook it.
Yes.
Number two is they're very high in vitamins and minerals, and greens are considered a superfood.
Okay.
And kids need superfoods because kids need to be super.
Well, I mean, they're superheroes most of the time, so yes, they need superfoods. Okay, so I notice here you have whole milk. I typically buy skim milk for my family. I did whole milk when my kids were really young, but what's the benefit of using whole milk versus a skim, or what makes that decision?
Well, personally, and I don't always agree with the nutrition experts, kids need fat in their diet. They need it for brain development past the age of 2.
Okay.
And because kids are active, and if they're eating healthy fats, they're going to burn it off, and it's not going to make them fat. So I choose to give my kids whole milk. If you wanted to back off a little on the fat, maybe 2%.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. So actually that's interesting. Even beyond age 2, the fat from milk helps with brain development, because I thought it was really actually very early on, but
it continues with brain development. It also gives them energy.
Okay.
And kids are growing, and moms are afraid of fat. Kids don't need to be afraid of fat.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Greek yogurt, I know it's all the rage, but what is the benefit of Greek yogurt versus the other kind of yogurt?
It's strained through, well, at home you would strain it through a cheesecloth, and so more of the whey is taken out of it, the liquid.
Okay.
So it becomes very thick, and it becomes very high in protein.
Okay.
So you can have a non-fat, if you choose that, yogurt, but it's thick and creamy, and it's nice in a smoothie. It's great in a yogurt parfait like we have there.
Okay.
And it's a really nice consistency. It makes great dips, veggie dips with seasonings.
Okay. Now I noticed you have plain here, meaning there's no sugar in there probably.
Yep.
So let's move on to the next thing, because you've made this yogurt smoothie, or this yogurt parfait, with this Greek yogurt, the granola, and it looks like some berries.
Yep.
How am I going to get Chandler to eat that? Because he's going to want something sweet. So what's happening here? How are we doing this?
There's a lot of great sweetener alternatives for families, kids. It's great for us too. We think of sugar, and that's the only way to get sweet, but honey, raw honey, or pure maple syrup give the sweet flavor without the sugar rush and then the sugar crash.
Okay.
So it tastes delicious. It's easy to drizzle. It can also go in the smoothie,
Okay.
on cereal, in your tea or coffee, mom.
Okay.
And kids love it. They'll put this together themselves, layer the granola and the yogurt, and add some berries and a little drizzle of honey or syrup. Breakfast.
This looks delicious. I would eat that.
And it's portable. Screw on
You
the
would eat
lid
that?
and off you go
Yeah.
to school or camp.
So raw honey, what's the difference between raw honey and, or I guess I've never really talked about or heard about raw honey before, but I've been hearing a lot about it recently. What's the difference?
Raw honey isn't cooked.
Okay.
So they don't heat it and they don't boil it down. They just strain it off the honeycomb, and all of the enzymes are still in it.
Okay.
And so when your body takes in the sugar from the honey, the enzymes help digest it, and it's a slower delivery, and you don't get the sugar high.
Oh,
Yep.
Perfect.
And it tastes better.
It tastes better.
Delicious.
It's delicious. All right, let's move on. It looks like you've got some snacks here.
Yep. Do you like to snack, Chandler? Yeah, like all day long, you want to be crunching and munching, and do you like salty and sweet?
And I like dried fruit.
He
and
likes
you like dried fruit. Good segue.
Chandler loves almonds, and he does love dried fruit.
good.
So tell us what we've got here.
Yeah, we've got, these are smoky almonds, and they're flavored with good ingredients, just salt and seasoned salt.
Okay.
And so they give them that salty, crunchy, but you get good fat and good fiber from the almonds and protein. These are sweet. They've got a little organic sugar and a little cinnamon on them.
Okay.
It's a great sweet. And a good way to enjoy nuts, and there's lots of different kinds of nuts, not just almonds, is adding some dried fruit.
Okay. Now, I've always heard that dried fruit doesn't give you the nutrients, or is high in sugar or actually just plain old bad, like a waste of calories? What do you think?
No, it is concentrated, so you are going to get more sugar for your mouthful.
Okay.
So you don't need to eat as much.
Okay.
But it's still got all the fiber. Kids want to drink juice all day long, and that's even 100% juice is just the fruit sugar.
Okay.
This gives you the fruit sugar, and the fiber. So a few slices of dried apple or some cherries mixed with your almonds, you can add them to your granola and your parfait, and you get the fruit that you need, and it's dried, so it's portable.
And,
so you can take it to
and
school.
Crunchy and
and
gives
fun
you
to
that.
chew, and if you're worried about kids' teeth, just brush your teeth after you say
Well,
it.
it's the same. I mean, that's another thing. It's like if you're going to eat a fruit snack or a dried fruit, I mean, it's all the same thing. Kids have to eat, so they just need to brush their teeth. I mean, really, right?
Brush your teeth
you need to brush your
meals
teeth.
and snacks. And I don't work for the dental association.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's talk about this. I notice you have one of my favorite foods here.
Butter.
Butter.
Yep.
I actually don't tell people about all the butter I use.
Have you been shamed?
Yes, I've been butter shamed.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
There's no shame in butter.
Okay.
Butter comes from cows, comes from cream. It's a natural product. Butter is actually healthy for your body.
Okay.
And we all want our kids to eat more vegetables. So when you're cooking up your carrots or your green beans or your broccoli, the vitamins in vegetables are fat soluble, which means you need to have a fat with your vegetables in order to get those vitamins into your body.
This is very good news.
It's very good news. So steam your veggies, greatest way to cook them.
Okay.
Little bit of butter, little bit of salt, and kids will love it, and will love it more too.
Yes, yes. That makes me actually
No more
so
shame.
happy.
Yep.
So happy.
Welcome
Okay.
back to butter.
Okay, welcome back to butter. And
Yep.
then I see we've got, talk to me about coconut oil. I've been hearing a lot about this recently as well. What do we use coconut oil for?
Coconut oil can be eaten straight from a spoon. Some people do that. It can be put into a smoothie. It can be spread on your toast. Coconut oil is full of great fats.
Okay.
It's also antibacterial, antifungal, anti-parasite.
Wow.
And it's really healthy for the inside of your body and the outside.
Okay.
You can use it as a moisturizer. You can learn more about that
Later.
another time.
Yes, yep.
But coconut oil is a great fat. You can pop popcorn in it. Do you like popcorn? Good snack. Yep. Take some organic popcorn, coconut oil in the pot, and it's a wonderful crunchy snack, and you get good fat that way.
Okay, so this is something we can use. Could I substitute instead of just like canola oil? Could I use
Yep,
coconut
you can
oil?
use it in baking and muffins and breads. It's cakes. It's a great
Oh,
baking fat
good.
too.
That's so great to know.
And it tastes good.
And then we've got eggs here, which I mean are so basic. But one thing I actually always think is I should take the yolks out. But we were talking earlier, and you said no. So talk to me about that.
The cholesterol found in egg yolks is the kind of cholesterol. You know how there's good cholesterol
Yes,
and bad cholesterol?
yes.
Egg yolk cholesterol is the good kind of cholesterol.
Okay.
And it's it's like a banana. It's a perfect package. It comes in its own little container.
Yes.
It's loaded with protein, good fats, and kids like eggs in one form or another. Most kids will,
Yes.
whether it's fried or hard-boiled.
Or scrambled.
Or scrambled, or
Yes.
in an omelet, or a frittata. Eggs are a great family food, and they're an inexpensive way to get good protein. You think, oh, protein's so expensive, meat and cheese.
Yes.
Eggs.
My daughter is a swimmer, and actually after every practice she comes home and fries up 2 eggs, and that just
She replaces all that
yes,
she lost in
yes.
the workout. Yep.
So,
That's
and then
good.
we've got some alternatives to peanut butter here.
Yep.
Some different kinds of butter.
Yeah, so many kids really struggle with peanut allergies. Some kids have nut allergies, and that's even harder. But there's some good alternatives for a protein instead of a meat or a dairy. And there's sunflower seed butter or almond butter. There's also cashew butter, and there's tahini, which comes from sesame seeds. And there's macadamia nut butter. There's lots of different kinds of nut butters for sandwiches and for dipping celery in and whatever kids like, apple slices.
I am a huge fan of almond butter. I mean, I had it for the first time probably even just like a year ago, and it's so delicious
It's
on
really good.
pretty much everything.
And you can use that in your baking too. If your kids like peanut butter cookies, you
Okay.
can substitute a different nut butter.
Oh, that's
for
good
baking.
to know.
And then another
And then
protein
is the hummus,
Yep.
of course. Yes, and we are huge hummus
Do you
fans
love
at our
it?
house. Yes,
do you
we
make
do.
your own, or do you buy it?
I buy it.
It's simple in the blender,
Is
but
it? Yes.
there's so many good hummuses out there and flavors. And if you want your kids to eat vegetables, put out a plate of carrots and broccoli and a thing of hummus.
I know it's, or just like inside a tortilla on a wrap, or even just a lot of times when I'm making a sandwich, if you just, we don't use mayonnaise at our house, so I'll just put this on the inside, or maybe some pesto or something like that too. So
it's a great spread.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And
that's
then,
full of good fiber from the garbanzo beans.
and here we've got, what do we have here?
Do you like water, Chandler? Do you like drinking a glass of just plain water?
night.
At night.
Okay.
My throat gets sort of dry. And
Yeah, it's because you haven't had enough water.
Okay.
Kids are playing all day, they're sweating, they're hot, they're tired. Kids need more water. And most kids say, water's so boring, Mom. Can I have juice or a sports drink or whatever? Some simple lemon, lime, and orange slices and a pitcher of ice water right into that glass
Yeah.
there.
Do you want
wanna
to try some? You want to try some of this, Chan?
Sure.
All right. Let's see how, because you were smelling it earlier and you thought it smelled delicious.
It really is.
Let me know how it tastes.
What do you think? You can keep that in your fridge, and kids in a pitcher like
Yes.
that, kids can help themselves.
And just keeping it accessible. I know that if I keep my kids' water bottles filled in the fridge, they're much more likely to go ahead and grab those
Yes.
and take a big sip of water. How is it? Delicious?
Taste the citrus in there?
Mhm.
It's good. It's really
good.
refreshing.
All right, I think Chandler, this has been so informational
Oh, good.
and so helpful. I think Chandler has his eye on what's in there. Do you want to try that smoothie?
And the best thing about kids is they want to learn new things. They want to try new things.
Yes.
They want to make their own food. They want to shop with Mom.
Yes.
They all want to. And we think, oh no, it's going to be a nightmare.
And so today we're not talking about tricking kids into eating
No.
foods. We're talking about incorporating it, encouraging them to try, and then they will know that, hey, kale and spinach are good. All right, let me know what you think.
Ultimate test.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mm.
Is it good?
What do you taste? Tell me what you taste in there.
What do you taste?
Wow, it's really like, I don't know.
Fruity? Do you taste this?
Do you taste the greens?
Yeah, and I really do taste the berries.
He
Berries.
really
Yeah,
tastes the berries.
That's going to be the overriding flavor. You load it
All
up
right.
with berries and throw in some greens.
He's a very choosy eater, so this is going very
Sold.
well here. Yeah, sold. Well, thank you so much, Jill. This
You're
was so
welcome.
helpful. Chan, I think we've learned a lot of new things, right? All right.
You're a great assistant. Now you go home and you tell your mom what you want her to make for your next snack, and you help her make it. How does that sound?
Perfect. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
If you want to see this full interview or learn more about what Jill told us today, visit us online.